Hello, this is Black Panther Boxing. This is my review on Keith Thurman's split decision win over Danny Garcia. I picked Danny Garcia going into this fight, but it was a very close fight. Keith Thurman getting the points win. I haven't seen the entire fight, but I've seen the majority of it, and I really liked the way that Keith Thurman was boxing in this. You know, there were some rounds where he was just the superior boxer. Coming in, flashy, quick punches, in, out, very strong, looks a lot more powerful, looked a lot quicker, and very, very comfortable and confident in there. Danny Garcia, though, he did box well. I think he started off a bit shaky. I don't think he knew what to expect, but he grew into the fight very well. He was defending fairly well and throwing some shots back. What I thought, though, from what I've seen, I didn't see the entire fight, so I don't have my own scorecards on this. I have to go from what everyone else is saying, that it was the right decision. But Danny Garcia seemed, from what I saw, to not want to commence too much in coming forward. A lot of the rounds that I saw, Danny Garcia was waiting and waiting. It was a very technical fight. And when Keith Thurman would come in, that's when Danny Garcia would try counter-punch. And the thing is, Keith Thurman's footwork was very quick this fight, and his head movement was also very good. Meaning that Danny Garcia was finding it hard to pin him down and get the shots off that he would normally get off against other fighters. I was surprised that Keith Thurman was as quick as he was against Danny Garcia, seeing as Danny Garcia's come up in weight. Keith Thurman is also a fairly big welterweight. He's not massive, but he's a fair-sized welterweight. Not as much known for his speed, more about his power. But that was, from what I saw, that was an interesting fight. And not only that, we got the new unified world champion in the welterweight division, one of the most well-known divisions in the world. Where will each fighter go from here? I wouldn't be surprised if there was a rematch, depending on what happens with Manny Pacquiao, Amir Khan, depending what happens on Kell Brook, Errol Spence. It depends what happens with both those fights, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did have a rematch, because a split decision, it was very close. I think they both enjoyed the fight. I don't think you can have too many complaints with the decision, but it'll be good to see where both of them go from here. I think Danny Garcia can fight a welterweight. I think he's good enough for that division. He's big enough for that division, and I think he could win a world title again. And I think he could beat Keith Thurman in a rematch. However, I think Thurman was much more superior in that fight, deserved the win as well. From what I saw and what other people have been saying, I'd love to see Keith Thurman step it up again, fighting the likes of Amir Khan or Manny Pacquiao or Kell Brook or Errol Spence. One of the winners of those would be a huge fight. Keith Thurman is, I think, the number 2 in the division now, depending on who wins out of Manny Pacquiao, Amir Khan. I would say Keith Thurman is the number 2 in the division, even though he's the unified champion, holding 2 belts. I think he needs to beat one of those to show he's the number 1 in that division. He's still unbeaten. He's not been stopping people as much. He's using his footwork and his speed a lot more. But I think that he's very effective. Still fairly young, 28, I think he is. He can go on. He can go on and win a lot more fights and earn a lot more money for himself. Danny Garcia, what will he do if he doesn't get the rematch? I think a possible fight against someone like Broner or Sean Porter, to then step it back up to that level. They're fights that if he wins those, he knows he can go back up. I think he would win both of those quite easily. The Sean Porter fight would be interesting because of how aggressive Sean Porter boxes. I just think it was a great fight from what I saw, and very interesting, a lot more technical than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a bit more of a slugfest, but a lot more technical. But I'm looking forward to what each fighter goes from now.